I'm an economist. I did my doctoral dissertation on inflation. I lived in Brazil. I consulted with the Fed. I consulted with the U.S. Treasury, not only in this country, but in several countries. We as economists are not good at predicting inflation more than 1 or 2 years out. How can we saddle that responsibility to the consumer, who may not be trained at all, let alone forecasting inflation for 30 years? Maybe inflation went on average 5% and they picked 1%. It's almost as if the company that they're getting their money from, a portion of the company went under or bankrupt because what they're getting is much less value. And so I thought we've got to come up with a way to handle the inflation risk, which is even worse than bankruptcy risk, quite frankly, because you don't have guarantees against it and there's nothing you can do about it. The Federal Reserve does what it does. So that was my next step. The alternatives to a fixed annuity, besides having one where you pick the inflation rate you expect, well, you can get bonds. Bonds are typically fixed payments. And anytime you have fixed payments, you run into the same problem, that the payments are inadequate in later years, oftentimes, because the purchasing power of the dollar has gone down. And so we need more income to handle that situation. Well, the federal government has helped us, at least in some ways, confront the value erosion that they cause. And in their Social Security, it is indexed to some measure of inflation. We'll talk about those measures in a second. But the bulk of your retirement savings for a lot of people is going to come outside of Social Security. Now, I haven't said that the interest rates you get from annuities are higher. The payout rates are higher, substantially higher. The interest rates are the same that you get from anything else. But that's what an insurance company is able to do through the magic or the science of pooling risk. And they can take the people that live longer and shorter, and the people that live shorter end up not needing money for as long, and so that money goes to the people who need it because they're living longer. And that's a substantial amount of money. And so the insight that I had was that these mortality credits creep up every year, and the annuities start paying. These annuities, which are held in abeyance, or they're called deferred annuities, they're accruing interest all the time that you are waiting. But not only that, they're accruing mortality credits because you're getting older. And you add those two things together, and that's a lot of money. What that implies is that if you're a good manager of your money, you shouldn't get one annuity. You should get several. And you get enough to live off of to get your basic income, and that'll get you through maybe 70 to 75 or 65 to 72 or something like that. But then when you start running short of money, you have these other annuities that are held in, that are growing tax deferred, and they are also increasing in the mortality credits that they're ready to give you if you annuitize. And it becomes quite a substantial increment to your income. And so in my particular case, I bought a number of annuities, and actually I bought 14. And when I retired, I annuitized 7 of them. So that would allow me to live at a comfortable rate because I had 7 annuities paying monthly income plus a Social Security. And then when I hit a point that it's not making it, the budgets are costing us more to live than these annuities and Social Security are paying out, my wife just needs to tell me, dear, we're not making it this month and we need to do something. And all I do is take one of those annuities and annuitize it. So its monthly income is in addition to the monthly income I'm already getting from this other 7 annuities, now I've got 8 annuities. And it may be fairly significant. Maybe it goes up 10% or 15%. But the other ones that I don't annuitize are growing with deferred interest, and the mortality credits keep getting bigger and bigger because I'm getting older and older. And so they're increasingly valuable. And when my wife says, "Dear, we need some more money, it's not making it," I say, "Have I got a deal for you?" And I turn on another one of the annuities, and whoa, it increases our income by 25, 30% for the rest of our lives. I like to be able to plan things and reduce and eliminate the risks without all of the outside consultants telling me what to do. I don't need that, and I don't think most people do if they set things up at the very beginning correctly. It's like it goes on automatic pilot.